Hi, this is week 5 assignment 2 feedback for Evelina and for Simon. So Simon, let's start with yours. You want to make sure to add in the name of the harmony, be it complementary, split complementary, in this area of the artboard. Looks like both of the harmonies are correct and the palettes have the correct amount of tint shades and tones. For moving into week 6, you want to think about how to continue to really push your composition both in design and in color. So in color, you want to take whatever your chosen harmony is and expand the palette even more. Right now we have 16 tint shades and tones, maybe moving it to 32 tints, shades, and tones so that you have even more colors to work with when modifying your design. I want you to think about your focal point. What do you want the focal point to be, and is it the most interesting shape? Right now my eye is being drawn to this shape because it's the largest in the composition with the most contrast, but it's a pretty boring shape. And then everything else is kind of pointing me over to this area of the design. This is kind of pointing me that way. This is pointing me that way. This is pointing me that way. So it's telling me that this should be where your focal point is. So I would make a very unique shape, a very interesting shape that has a lot of contrast to the other areas of the design, and then make all of the other shapes less important and less dominant. So be very intentional with creating a stronger focal point, adding more colors, and creating color complexity in week 6. Evelina, let's take a look. The harmonies are correct. Again, as I was mentioning to Simon, you want to add in the names of the harmonies for both of these. I'd like to see more of the colors from your palettes used in the design. The purpose of doing all of this sort of foundational stuff here at the bottom is so that you then use these colors in your composition. So I'd like for you to do that as a revision for week 5 assignment 2. And then moving into week 6, as I was saying to Simon, you want to take your chosen harmony, expand it into more tint shades and tones of the original 2-parent hues, of the original 3-parent hues, and then utilize in the design. What you have here is overlap and diminishing size that is giving the sense of lift and motion in the composition. This is a perfect area for you to use transition in color, transition in value, and transition in saturation to create an even stronger illusion of depth. And what you're doing is you're asking the viewer to walk up these stairs, and then there should be some sort of focal point here. So what are we supposed to look at? What is the goal here? So I would recommend making some sort of shape that creates a strong focal point in that area of the composition that you're asking your viewer to pay attention to. So this gives you an area to utilize overlap, diminishing size, and transition in color. This gives you an area to play around with color contrast to create emphasis or a focal point.